Or should I just say hi? Hey there, it's Angeline here. Oh, yes, hi. It's Angeline and the team today. Today we have a lot. I wasn't planning on going live. I actually was going to get something to organize my garden area. So, but I then realized, oh, there's a lot of things that I can do. I need to be done. So let me show you what I was going to do. I was on my way to go get something to organize right here and get here organized. But then I saw a bunch of other updates that I need to take care of. So I figured you guys could join me on all of our updates and changes. So one, as you may know, we have been looking at the nursery. Um, so let's turn around here and check in on our nursery. That's very important. It's to make sure our little baby plants, in the nursery are doing fine. Okay, so let us, there we go, clamp you guys down. This is our nursery. One thing I notice is the water is not drying out. Usually by now would have to rewater it again, and that has not been the case. So I decided to take the lid off. The lid is good for sprouting. As you can see, a lot of these plants have already sprouted. So I took the lid off to let it get some more air, increase airflow. When I looked, the humidity was, what was it? Like 80 something percent, which is extremely high. So I'm like, you know what? Let them get some air, help it dry out. We don't want anything to start rotting. I could see here in this plant, let me bring it closer, get it in the light. This backlighting is very interesting. Some of the roots are very thin there. It could be signs, but I don't want to find out if it's a sign of rotting. So I decided to, just in case it is, and after checking the humidity, making sure I let them get some air in there. So I opened up the cover. However, I did have some more that I added in yesterday. So I put them in this one, and there is a cover on that. I was deciding which one I should put them in. Should the covered ones be here and the open ones be in here? And then eventually I just went with, I'll put the covered ones in here for the humidity. This one has a hole at the bottom for air to come in and circulate more. So I figured the actual nursery would be better than our regular spot. So let's just do a quick check-in on how these plants are doing. I believe that one of them is ready. Let's move you guys to my desk. I believe one of them is already, is ready to come out, but let's see. Let's move you guys over here so we can check to see. Do a quick check-in. So of course our light is not, it's actually my junior high school. This is my son's junior high school book. So let's move that over. Let's move some things over here. So we got some space. Yeah, I was looking at, they have this beautiful, beautiful yellow. And I was like, oh, I have to figure out the yellow looks so good, would look so good in my sunroom. All right, so these definitely, the roots haven't grown in. We don't have any root growth here. Everything is still moist. Yes, this one is on a second level of pepper plant, which is really good. I feel like this one, it could have some water with some food in it, just to get it used to it. But we don't have any root development. So that is, we can't put it in with no root development. It's growing good at the top, but the root hasn't developed at the bottom. So it is what it is. That's the reason why actually I took it out of the main garden. Even though the top part grew, it didn't have any, it wasn't growing, it wasn't increasing in size. So it was green, but it didn't increase in size. So then we have our hibiscus, which are doing pretty good, but again, no root development. It definitely needs that drying out period for the root development. And yes, here you go. You gonna stay up or down? Yes, she wants to stay up today. Then we have our lettuce. Oh, this one definitely has some good root development. So let's get this. Uh-oh, the water has started. Well, good, I don't have any of them out. So let's get this one separated and thinned. And let me check the other one to see if it's in need of thinning also. Let's see. No, we don't have any roots here, but this one does look like it's time for some watering. I think I might add some water into this plant mix. And we also need to add water into our garden in general. So let's separate this one out. And let me get a Rockwool cube. In our last video, to be honest with you, she broke the cubes apart. So, so she was ripping them all up off camera. So we have them in some pieces, but it's okay because I like to open the cube, put it in the center, and then put them in. So I'm going to, you're on my back, let me help. I'm going to add some water to this. The water's running. I should get some water from the garden and put two of these in. Oops. Where would you like to go? You want to get down? Okay, she's not sure. I have another one here. There we go. So we are going to, I'm just going to get some water from the running garden right now. It's watering. Get some nice, well-fed water. Just going to rest it here while we open this one up and get it thinned. Okay. Look. Have a seat. No. Take this out. Please. And slide it. So, Mommy. I just slide it out from the bottom. Thank you. Open it up. See, some of the long roots are here, so I might just follow the root opening. Well, the roots are all over the place in this one. Let's just open it up. But I see where the strongest one is. We're going to leave that one in there. And we're going to take out some of these. Some of the others. Mom. Yes. Help. What would you like help with? Alright, you got this one. Yes. Help. I'm not giving you the cube. There we go. We got our roots exposed. There we go. Huh? There we go. So we got healthy roots out. So this is a nice healthy plant here. Yes. She wants to be part of the touching. This is what she wants me to help her with. Let's put our already wet lettuce. Okay, you can hold that one. Lettuce in here. Oh, it's wet. She wetted me up. All right, let's put this one in here. With this longer root. The wine cube that we're gonna put it in. I'm gonna pop that in there. You can use a little more. I'm gonna share it. A little more Rockwool. And so she opened up our Rockwool and was able to, let's stick this one in. Just fill the cube a little more. I mean, it doesn't have to be high pressured in there, but just to prevent the light and stuff from going in. There we go. All right, and then we have this one to return, and we're gonna just pull out the thinner ones and take them out. So this one has very long root. Ooh, Patty. But that's the water running in the background. The system started. How are we doing it? So we can leave this one. Both of them have true leaves. Yep, we'll leave this. We'll take this one outside. So let's get it opened a little. There we go. And we leave this one in. She's here squeezing rock wool, a garden rock wool full of water on my leg. All right, so here we go. So we got 2 of them that are ready to go. And then these are going to go outside. So let's find a spot in our garden to place these. All right, so one space I just took out right there. This is where I dipped the rock wool in a few seconds ago. Lettuce does not need full light, but I will put it in here for now until we unless someone else needs it, put it that way. Until another plant needs it, it can stay there. Then another space, we have so many spaces, a less lit space is right over our collard greens. We need to definitely do a harvesting video. So let's remove what? Look at this root system in here. All right, you guys can't see. Let me bring you in more. So I pulled this out, and as I pulled it out, the roots from something else is in there. So that's with top and bottom. So this plant was having a good time. So let me just put this here and let's figure out whose roots were those. The roots are so thick, it looks like they came from the bottom and from the top. So I'm gonna have to, let me adjust this garden so you guys get a better view here. No, you're not gonna, she's trying to get into the nursery herself. Mommy. All right, let's see whose roots are these. So we're gonna try to figure this out. It might be, oh, no, this one has somebody drinking their roots. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Is it our, yes it is. Both sides. We have our large spinach plants eating. Uh-oh. So we cannot, we got our purple kohlrabi mixed up in here. So let's make sure it doesn't get tangled in. All right, we got a piece of spinach off. Let's pull this out. Here. It's really hard to get out. Their root system is very thick. There we go. Okay, so there it was. That's our corporate. See how long these roots are. No. See how long these roots are for our spinach. Again, sometimes the plants grow very big, especially in the summer.
Mom.
I take them outside.
Mom.
One of these spinach plants may be a viable candidate for going outside. Woo! We got it out because they're very, very large. Pretty much outgrowing the garden. The reason I ended up with so many spinach plants is because they weren't taking, or they took very long to germinate. I wouldn't say they wouldn't. They didn't germinate. It took extremely long.
But the water.
Yes, that's the water. We have to fill the water. Also, so let's clean up these roots. I'm just pulling them off because this is something else. And due to this news, I believe that I'm going to take one of these out and plant it in the outside garden. Because this is, I think it might be this one. Because it's so hard to come out. We're going to take this one outside. So yes, this is how, we're just going to do some little check-ins.
No!
Turns into something else.
Stop it!
Addie.
You not dead.
Addie. All right, so I was putting in the lettuce. This started with me going, let's put the lettuce in. And when I took out the lettuce container, there was a huge root growing in there. So this container is going to be, I'm going to bring this other spinach down. So over there. Well, I'm not sure because the purple, let's give the purple kohlrabi a chance. And this, because this is another spinach plant down here. There's quite a few of them. And then, but let me take this one out. I have to take it out because I saw roots growing. And there's another set of roots. this one out. Has grown past its location.
Yeah. No. You're not dead.
She's having a good time over there with the lid. This garden also needs watering, feeding, all the good stuff.
Wow. You need that.
So we got our spinach in, out of everyone else's nose.
He's ready.
Yeah, this other one is definitely going outside. All right, so let's put that in.
Hi.
So you have our spinach that we took out, and all this to get this little lettuce in here. We did harvest and eat some collard greens yesterday. Apparently that wasn't enough. So let's harvest some more and give this lettuce a chance. And let's take out, so to replant the spinach, we're going to take it out. We're going to try to get it out of this. So usually the root system is this thick. Try to push from the bottom. And then I got to sit down. We got to sit down and figure this out. And we might have to turn you guys around. Give me 1 second. And see what you guys see.
Hi.
So I could sit down.
How you
We can sit down and figure this out.
Whoa.
All right.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Yes. Yes, Addie. Yeah, see who's gone. My purse thing. Yeah, because we're going out today. We were only gonna go pick up. I went to the garden to just check to see. All right, so we gotta figure out how to get this out. Let's see, pulling it. Little grip under here. Oh, got it. Whew. All right, so this is gonna go outside. I'm deciding whether I should put it in a pot or I think I might put it, maybe we should put it in a pot. That would be nice. And that way we can bring it back in. These need to go outside. Oh, they got tangled up. All right, let's keep them in the water. This is our extra mulch section. Yeah, we're gonna put this in a pot. Okay. Ooh, so we got some air, and we got one of our offensive root aggressors out. So we are gonna just drop this in. All right. So this is how it starts. You come for one thing, and then everything else starts. Now we gotta plant this outside, and we're in a pot. All right. So far, no one else's roots have been that are mature enough. Let's just put this in here and let it get some air. I'm gonna space them out differently. This one, get the maximum amount of air. Get these roots growing. Get these roots reaching towards the bottom. Now, we got that. Oh, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Sometimes they are very hard to get out. All right, let's. Yes, Addie. Let's put this back. And let's harvest some collard greens. We're just harvesting these collard greens. Oh, but before we harvest the collard greens, I would like to put back our garden. Let's water it.
Yay!
This is what she was doing while we were up there. We do have some sprouting going on. These are some lettuce that I put in yesterday. So let's just get our water really quick and our plant food and go from there. See, look. We can't find a rock. Well, somehow she has rock. This plant is a plant. Where did she get this from? Addie? Where did you get this from? She always finds the rock wall. Those things. All right, well, all the plants are accounted for here. So let's just get some water and some food and come back. What is this? This is the one she took out. Okay. This one did start. Very dried out. And there's a seed that never sprouted. Okay. So yeah, this is the one that we took out that it was too much plant food. So let's get some water and water our garden. Two water. Yes, here. So we got our 2 waters. We got our plant food. We got our Hydro Boost. And let's just water our garden, because this was not supposed to be our task for today. We were supposed to be organizing outside. We got 1. I usually come here, do 1, put the food, put the stuff in, and then do the second one. That's 2, that's steer. So 1, and then let's get the food. Let me drink a sip of water myself. It's not time to close it.
Yay!
Let's get the food.
Stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it.
Uh-oh. Not that. So we got our spoon now.
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, 2, 1.
2, 1, 2. 4.
2, because it's 2 gallons we're putting in.
Thank you.
There you go. Now we put our Hydro Boost. Help keep it clean. How you put 2 in here? 1, 2. Again, we settle the water. And the reason why I do this in between the 2 gallons is sometimes it builds up. You may see a little bit of buildup on the side. So the second gallon will kind of wash that down. Even though I use it to wash off the spoon too. The second gallon here rinses off everything. All right. Oops. There we go. 2 gallons. And that's it. That's how we water our garden. All right. The other one also needs watering, but we kind of have, again, we got off track, so we're not going to water it right now. I'm just going to leave the paper towel out. Leave the garden supplies out. And when I come back in, if I have extra time, then I'll add water to the next one. Let's wipe this off. Completely. Alrighty. Okay, so let's collect these. Our little gardening tools. This can go back. Oregano. Let it live its best life down there. And let's grab our lettuce. Grab our spinach. Can you guys hear me? We grab our lettuce, grab our spinach, and we're going to head outside. I hope you hear this whole time. That'd be terrible. If not, I'll come and do a voiceover of what's been going on. Yeah, this one also needs watering, but we'll come back and do that.
Mommy.
Come on, Addie.
Mommy.
Yes. Alrighty, so we're outside now. And my plan for today, since it stopped raining, it only rained overnight, I was going to test out our citrus corner. So to test out the citrus corner, I was gonna put just put a chair there and test the sunlight, see how the sunlight is going across, you know, such items. See how sunlight's going across. Okay, here we go. This is how our plants are doing. They're doing pretty good. It rained all night last night, so they're very, very dim. So the plan, well, first, let's pot this spinach. The spinach was taking up a lot of space. I always wanted to pot a spinach. I guess every time I want to pot the spinach, I want to use this pot. I keep saying, no, when I bring it inside, it doesn't match anything. So I'm not going to use this pot. Let's pick a different, let's use a black one. Yes, Addie. The spinach had some really large roots, so we're going to give it a medium-sized pot. Full of holes for drainage. So we're going to use. And we're going to let it expand here. Yes, Addie. What is it? You want what? More lift up? You want the tools? This is what you're looking for, the cup? This is what you wanted? Yay. She wants to be a part. All right. So here you go. Stand here. There we go. We're going to get some soil. Oh, before we have these not feeling well, they've just been out here. Let's put them on the lettuce shelf. Yes, Addie. We got our lettuce shelf here. What do you know? There you go. Thank you. We're just going to stick them in right here. Oh, wait, this one only has one in there. This is the one that went in yesterday. So let's put oh, no, let's put this here. So they went in yesterday. They haven't really adjusted yet. So we're just going to put these in here just lightly. So it should be a little higher. It's okay for now. Let's get this in the right direction.
Mommy.
Yes, Addie.
Help. Help.
That, you can't use that one. Use this one. You want to use that one? Okay. All right. So let's plant this spinach plant. And then finally we'll get to what our plan was in the video, which is to set up a test area so that we can test the light and how much light the plants will receive in the citrus area. So I'm going to be putting some seedlings in there. They're way more sensitive. And I'm going to put a little chair there. So that's what our plan was to do today, even though we've done everything else besides that. All right, we got our seedlings out.
No.
She doesn't want to get down. Let's see if we can add our soil with the team. With her in our hand. In my hand. All right, let's see. This one we're gonna have to pour it in and then mix. Add our mixtures of the different kinds that we use in here. All right, so we gotta make our mixture now. This is our base. Whew. So we got our base in. Let's get our mixing spoon. Now let's add in our additives. Yes, Addie. You want to get down now? Okay, there you go. Let's add in some castings in here. Not in too much, just a little. So we got our castings in our mixture. We're gonna add in our slow release. So we're gonna mix in some slow release. slow release food. And then we are going to add in our dryer. So we'll mix this a little. Yes. So we're going to add in our more drier soil on top. So this is very, very moist. Let's get it. I'm going to use another pot to scoop it out. Yes, Addie? What did you put in there? This is what you wanted? Yes. All right. You can't pick it up with your hands. You see, I'm not even picking it up. I'm scooping it out. Yeah. That's how it goes. You gotta scoop it out. You gotta scoop it out. All right. And this is our dryer mix here we put on top. More closer to the top layer. I'm also going to do another one. So yes, this is what today was. Look, the sun is coming out. All right, before we do that, let's make room for our plant. I'm going to make a little mixture for it. So this one is so well into the cube, it's going to be very hard for it to get out. So then I just cut the bottom. So that's probably what I'm going to do in this scenario. But I'm not going to be able to fully get it out. So I just leave it in there. Let's get our scissors. Let's get some stimulation here. Am I cutting it so it can open up and grow outwards? There we go. As you cut the bottom there, because it's a solid, tight root system. And we're gonna do a little lower. Yeah, the sun is coming out nicely. So we were supposed to have rain all day, but we ended up having rain all morning, very early in the morning. So that's why I wanted to try out our light testing for our plants. Before I just leave them out there one day and then come back and they got cooked. The vegetables are ready for dinner. So you're putting our soil in fully. Lightly pat it down, and let's add some food. So of course it just came from getting food. Let's add some fish meal. Just gonna put this little bit, since it already has it. Wow, the sun's coming out so pretty. This is not the best smelling stuff. So it's well fed. So while it's adapting, it's getting some good nutrients. All right. So I'm watering it in with some bone meal. This is not going to be one of our plants to go outside. I'm mostly putting the seedlings since they are a little more sensitive. They're better for testing the light. And this one basically just had transplant surgery. So we're going to just let this stay inside in here. Let it get some life. So today what we were planning on doing before we went to the nursery and ended up hanging out there was testing our area. So we're going to test the sunlight in this area. This is where I'm putting my citrus plants. I'm going to be mulching and leveling and doing all that good stuff right here. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Yucky. All right. So to do the test, go on.
Mine. Okay. Mommy.
Yes, I'm right here. I'm taking out some of our piece of furniture and putting it
What the?
right here. in the center to see how much sunlight, where the sunlight's going. I love these. I can't do these 2x4s here. This was a tree area here, and then I'm gonna bring out the little seedlings and see how they do. Now, of course, I'm gonna be watching them all day, but they tend to move with the sun too, so you really get a good kind of purview of what's happening. So let me bring them out. Bring out our little thinner plants. Yes. Come here. Come on. How do you? This way. Yes. There we go. Uh-huh. So let's bring them out to get some sun. No. This way. You come here. Come on. Come on, let's dust you off. She wants to be on film. Addie, it's okay. They're going to go get sunlight. They're getting sunlight. You can get sunlight here. Yes, you can. All right, come on. Yes, you can get sunlight here. All right, let's see who else we got to bring outside. Oh, this is the tray. We'll bring the tray outside. Here, put your shoes on. Put on your shoes. Put your shoes on. You put them on. Put on your shoes. All right, so we're going to bring our tray out. It's okay, just put your shoes on. I'm coming back. I was thinking about bringing one of our green stalks out. Did you put your shoe on? You gotta put your shoe on. Here, put your shoe on. Eddie. All right. Well, let's see who else should we bring out? Oh, please. No, this is not where you put your shoe on. Why do you keep coming in the film? Come this way. Come here. Come here. All right. Yes, it's it. All right. Let me help her put her shoes on in the meantime. This is where we are testing our sunlight for our seedlings. I'm going to be leaving them here. We're clearing out this area. You got to put the shoe on. You asked for the shoe. No? You don't want to give me the shoe? All right, here we go. So this is, we have our future gardener. Okay, so these are where we're going to test the light. These plants usually, probably, more likely than not, will be moving with the sunlight as the day progresses. It'll be going from, this is the south facing backyard, so should be moving across. I want to see how intense the sunlight is. Today is not a particularly super sunny day, but I'm going to see how they do and how they move. Again, this is where I'm going to be designing, mulching, and kind of making a little relaxed area. Stay tuned for that video where we definitely clean up this stuff. I'm using some of this wood to help me level the place. There was 3 trees here, so we're going to be using this to just mulch, put down, have a little walk area, and have a little garden space in this circle right here. I'm also considering bringing out one of our green stalks, bringing out one of our vertical planters to come out here as well. All right, yeah, she really wants to see what's going on out here. So this is, I will take photos throughout the day and let you guys know the progress. Definitely follow me on Instagram so that, and my name is the same on Instagram, and also are in the shorts to see this, how these plants move throughout the day in this section. All right, come on. Come on. We're not eating that. Let's see, is there anything else we want to take outside? Let's take these leeks out. These leeks can go outside too.
Mommy.
Yes, Addy. So we're gonna take these leeks out. And see where we're gonna put them.
You can.
No, you can't move this.
Okay.
There we go. No, leave them, leave it, stop it. Addie. All right. So definitely, yes, this ground, hey, let go, stand up. This ground definitely needs to be leveled. Here we go. I'm gonna add some water to some of these. Okay, that's it. Come on. Hey, stop shaking it. She's giving them an earthquake. Let's go. Come on. They're just her height. Come on. We're going inside. All right, so with the extra space, we're gonna put this this plant, give it some regular water, and put it over here just for today to get some sunlight. There we go. It smells so nice over here. This is smells spinach, the rosemary, the thyme. Rosemary smells amazing right here. So there we go. Yes, there we go. We have this here. Now something else we were going to work on today. We are also going to be planting some indoor plants and making the indoor plants, giving them a little nice beginning out here. So we have our indoor plants. So come with me to the table, and we are going to put together our indoor plants in here. We're going to do some chives and what says in the package yellow Swiss chard. I'm not sure if that's actually what's in there, but we will see. I think I had the wrong seed, so we are going to plant in this glass container since this is going to be indoor plant. So of course for the indoor plants, we want to have some nice root decor, those type of things. So let's get this set up here. I'm going to put some stones at the bottom for drainage. So we're going to do some stones, and then we're going to add some clay, and then we'll put our soil mix. Yes, Addie. So this is how you plant when there is no drainage. So this, as you can see, is a glass vase. So there will definitely not be any place for the water to drain out or have holes in it. This again is going inside. I'm gonna get a small container so I can rinse off a lot of these items. We want them to glisten.
What? You. This. One. This. Negative.
we have our team member here joining in to help us. So we are going to get some water to rinse off some of the items, and we're going to be planting these on. We're going to be planting them. So let's turn around again. She's ready to do her helping. Did we turn in the right direction? Yes, we are. Okay. So we are going to be putting this for inside plant setup, and this is going to be for plant setups that do not or unable to. Oh, you know what? Instead of all this turning around, I could have just let's do that. Give me a second. That are unable to drain. So how you create your own drainage inside. So that's what we're going to be doing now. We're going to be creating our own drainage for our indoor plants. So, see, she got the idea. First step is to put them inside our little watering area.
Water.
Yes, water. To rinse them off. So that's what we have our team member doing here is rinsing them off. Of course, you don't have to use pebbles. You can use any type of stones. I just figured because they're going to be inside.
Dad.
Yes. There we go.
Hi,
Hi
Nada.
there. All right, because they're going to be inside, we are going to be. It's better off to have them in a nice, some nice pebbles. This container, everything is, again, as I was showing earlier, the humidity is really high. I'm gonna get this at the highest level of shine that I can get it. So let me just rinse this off real quick with some vinegar to get it super shiny.
Huh? Baby. Don't really can't dry. Why no? We dry.
All right, so we have our super shiny container now. Again, this is a decoration piece in the house that's going to be inside. I might leave it outside just for a little while, just because, but it's inside. So you wash off your stones.
Don't wash it.
We put them in, and we want to have enough space so that when the water drains down, any extra water drains down, the plant can still, I don't know how to say, breathe. The roots will not be sitting in the water. So, I'm just rinsing them off. Using a little rinse off there. So these, right now, what we're planting is going to be Swiss chard, yellow, and garlic chives. Now, I planted the yellow Swiss chard in a different plant group, I believe. But I'm not sure. So we're going to see what grows out here. However, again, since this is a house centerpiece, it's not even a centerpiece, you know, a plant, a house plant. If it's Swiss chard, we're fine. Whatever it is, it doesn't, I'll be happy. So leaving our stones here, nice pretty color. I'm putting in a lot because we don't, it's okay if the roots go through the system. And I want a thick enough layer at the bottom for the light to shine through. So when I put the soil on top of this, because I'm going to be putting soil on top of this, it's not, doesn't look too bad. So we have our first layer. Now a lot of times what people use is clay stones. I'm going to be putting some, okay, that's it, not enough of these. We're going to be putting one thin layer of clay stones. Just as the base. This is the Adventures with, no. With the twos. toddler adventures today. So I'm just gonna rinse this off and put in one thin layer on top before I put the soil in. The reason I'm putting this in is just to help with the soil just not falling straight through to the soil. I mean falling straight through the soil, then we get our nice light passing through it. So we just one layer to keep the soil up there. You guys able to see this? There you go. Then one thin layer, just so that the soil doesn't just wash directly down into the bottom. I'm just gonna put a layer. You see, when I'm using that much soil, very thin layer. Very, very thin layer of soil. All right. So now we're gonna put in our thin layer of soil. This is also good if we were using like a medium, like the Coco Cure medium, grow medium. Let's get some of our drier soil. So this is what you do when we are draining. We have a container that does not drain. So we create our own drain system. So the plant has all down here to have air, and the water can go down there if it's too much. It doesn't have to sit. Yes, it doesn't have to sit there. We're gonna have to give her own channel. So let's add our soil. All right, all right. So we've added our soil. I use it to rinse my fingers. This is gonna be the water we're watering the plant in with. And there we go. We have our nice container where we created our own drainage at the bottom for our plants to thrive. Also, if the roots would like to, they can go there. Now let's plant our seeds. So let's sprinkle some chives. I'm just sprinkling a lot in. I want it to be a very I don't want to say microgreen-esque look of the chives. So we want them to grow straight like grass. That's kind of the look I'm going for. Inside, so they're going to be on a shelf under a light, and then I want them to come up like grass. And then the Swiss chard, let's see. I mean, well, it looks like Swiss chard seeds. So let's see what color it grows in. Okay, we're going to put in the center. Put this down.
I want it.
And then we're going to, thank you.
Hi.
Thank you, Fresh and Fire. We are going to just use some of this to water it in. Again, I'm not using a ton of water. Okay, you can put that in. You can put it in. Doesn't matter if some stones get there at the top. For this one, especially the seeds, you want to keep them moist until they germinate. Keep the humidity in. I'm going to leave this one out. Thank you very much for the light. I'm going to leave this out.
Mommy!
Yes, Addie.
It?
Yes, the water.
Oh,
And we're going to keep the humidity going for this one. Just give it a lot of keep it humid. One of the ways I'm going to do this, I'm leaving it outside. Again, it's like 90% humidity. Not 98, it was 80 something inside the house. The sun is out today. I'm just going to leave this out. The light can shine through. I'm going to leave this out to help improve the amount of humidity. We're going to leave this outside. I'm going to show you where it's going to go inside once it grows and starts. But for now, since it's so warm and so humid out here, why not let it get some outside sunlight? So we're gonna take this and put it where some of our seedlings were, in their area. So let's get it over there. All right. No, I'm not leaving it outside during the summer. I'm only going to leave it outside. I'll probably since the first few months because it gets really, 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 really hot. So I don't want it to have to adjust to come back in. Also, the garlic chives and the Swiss chard. Swiss chard is not a hot weather vegetable. It's definitely a cold weather vegetable. So it's coming inside. But today, we're not in the 90 degrees yet. We're not in the 90, we're not in the hundreds. So I'm just gonna leave it out. You know, this whole week should stay under 80 degrees. So I'll leave it out then because the Swiss chard definitely is not gonna take 100-degree weather out here. However, those orange plants that we're gonna be bringing out definitely gonna love it. But this is only going to stay out this week, and if it stays a little cooler, we'll keep it out. Okay, let's see what else is on our plans of things to do today. So we got this planted. Oh, I wanted to do a lot more seeds. We have the summer is starting, so we're going to take advantage. And as you can see, this habanero from the other day is definitely expanding in size. It's enjoying this pot. It's doing so well. Oh, thank you. I am in 8A, Zone 8A, Hardy Zone 8A. So if you want to look up your zone, you can go to my website. I have a link there. At my website is AV Gardening. So there's a link for you to be able to look up what zone you're in and what plants are good for what time of the year in your zone. Okay, so next we are going to get we already planted. We're going to get some more of these little cups to put in some of our seedlings, to get our seedlings planted. Because we want to get as much things planted during the during the summer as possible, and during our planting season. Because again, it's going to be really hot really quick. So let me go get our little teeny cups that we have, our little small nursery cups that we have building up here. That definitely need an area to grow in. So I'm here putting all of our pots into each other so they take up less space. So yeah, the plan today was I came out to take a look around in the sunroom and see what size container I needed. Chair, I was getting an ottoman, and I was going to put the ottoman out here and do some cleanup. So, of course, we didn't get to do the cleanup, and we're going to be going to the store shortly. But, ooh, this plant is growing tall. It's very skinny, but it's growing tall nevertheless. So, that's good. We have some flowers growing. See if you guys can see it on our tomato plant. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is get our seedling set up. So, let's get to this table here and get our seedling set up. This can go back inside. Let me go get our cups. She's having a good time in that corner. Oh, we have another transfer. When I went inside, I remembered that I also wanted to take out one of our transplants. I wanted to transplant this out. This is one of our experiments. So we have experiments on the Patreon where we do some planting things that are new for me to try. I did deep water culture. So that is hydroponic system with the water bubbles like in a fish tank. So this pepper grew in that system. It has lots of roots. However, it's like under the cabinet with the indoor light. It's doing okay. It has not fruited. So I'm going to give it a chance again. This is when when either the plant has outgrown where it's living, or it looks like it just needs a little more than what it's getting, I'm gonna bring it outside. So this was in our experimental deep water culture container. So there's a video earlier where I made this deep water culture system. It has a fish tank air bubble system going on. So this plant is, the water is filled to the top, and air bubbles is what gives it its oxygen. So we're gonna transplant this one to a pot outside so that it can fruit and enjoy the sun. I think one of the things that was going on is they had like this one bar strip light that was over it in the kitchen, so it wasn't even in the other sections where there was like 2 and 3 lights aiming at it, so it didn't get enough light. And I decided, and the deep water culture was always running, and our team members from time to time would plug out the bubbles. So I'm like, let's get it outside and let's get some sunlight. So these other peppers that transplanted very well. We have our habanero doing phenomenal. We have our unknown pepper that I just planted the seed from something from the grocery store, doing well too. So let's bring, this is a sweet pepper. It's a small variety. So let's just bring it outside. So let's get this one out of its container and let's find another container to put it in. So yeah, again, I just use containers that I have or pots that I potted up with already. I'm not sure, since this is the 4th of this pepper plant that I have, I'll probably leave it in a container. Yes? Very good. You don't want it? All right, put it down. I'm going to put it in this container here. It's a green container. My kitchen is green, so it'll match when it goes back. It's probably going to go back to the citrus corner. So let's move this back so we can get our container in frame here and do our little mixture. So as you can see, yeah, things are growing all over the place. I'm like, let's give this one an outdoor chance. Yes, yes. You hit the water? The water? Okay, then. All right, you can still play with the water. She's having fun here with these beads in the water. All right, so let's get our mixture. Of course, I like to go in first at the bottom with our super moist soil. Super moist soil is the best, especially at the bottom, and then the dry stuff will go on the top. But I like the roots to have access to super moist, lots of moisture in here. I'm missing. There we go. So we scoop this in. So as you watch this video, I'm sure you get the usual breakdown, which is you probably have the recipe memorized. We start out with super moist, then we go in with our castings. So let's pour some castings in. You got the recipe memorized. We got some castings. Then we add our slow release for those days where we don't remember, we don't feel like it, we're too tired, nobody comes outside and adds in any food and feeds the plant. There's some slow release in there. I think that was a lot. But we're mixing, so it's okay. So we mix in our castings and our slow release in here. All right, good. And then we're going with our dry soil. And we use our dry soil. I'm gonna put a little bit, but then we have to figure out how I'm getting this plant out of this lid. Put in a little bit of dry. And now let's figure this out. So this plant has a very extensive root system underneath here. We have other plants that we tried out. This is the first time I used the drill, as opposed to this is how I switched to the solder iron. The roots on this, I did put 4 in, but the stronger plants attached their roots to the weaker plant and then ate their food. So kind of like what happens in the garden. The only difference in the garden, they're not fighting each other. Here, they're going in and taking each other's food. So let's get this in. Since it's a big container, the roots are just wide. So the roots are healthy. The stuff is green. We didn't get any algae, which is pretty good because it was just open on the countertop with the light shining on it. But there you go. So this is our deep water culture root system. Got a little algae there in our plants. So yes, it was struggling in there. I'm gonna prune off that limb over there. It looks like it probably can take a bigger pot, but we are just gonna be pruning it out. Oh yeah, this definitely this root system needs a way. As you can see, it would be full. So let's move this to a much larger pot. I was thinking I was gonna cut this so it wouldn't need so much roots, but as it is right now, it definitely needs a larger pot. So let me move this over and go to one of our bigger pots. Again, every time I look at that pot, I go, oh, it's the right size, but if I could only peel off that. All right, so this pot here, that's not a wrong shade green for inside. Let's see about the drainage. Again, the drainage is not big enough. All right, so we're gonna use one of these nursery pots. Yeah, this one's the big one. I guess we're going for it. We're just going to use our our rose landscaping pots. We'll figure out how to decorate this. I'm gonna have to have a video how to reuse and decorate this pot. There's a couple of them, but it's always the right size, it's the right amount of stuff in there. All right, so let's get this out and let's pour our mixture in. You know what? Let's add. All right, Addie. Let's add some moisture in and then pour our mixture. Pour our mixture in. So these are the quart, 2-quart size bags. They're rather large. Oh, there we go. Let's put it to the side. Now let's put in our roots and our well moistured food, healthy mixture in here. I'm leaving it in the basket. It doesn't, I mean, besides it being non-biodegradable, but neither is a pot. So I'm leaving it in the basket. It's not outside. It'll be okay. There we go. And then now let's get our dryer mix. This, I do have hydroponic food in our DCW setup, so I'm going to be using that water to water it in, so it can have the same nutrients that's used to getting. It's been living off of all this time. And this plant's been here for a little while. It's one of the first videos on the channel. I remember doing the video, and that's when I was like, oh, no more drills. Because all the plastic was just flying all over the place. I was like, I definitely need a team member with the plastic. Yes, Addie, what's going on? Are you? What are you afraid of? What happened? What got you? All right, I'm here still shaking the container. Yes. All right, so we're gonna put this in here. Of course, we missed the side. I'm gonna also add in some of the grow medium. Oh, there are scissors out. Yes. Here you go. Thank you. This is what she's using. I'm going to. I don't want to cut off the main stem. I guess I'll prune from here. It doesn't need all of this. There we go. Both of them at once. There we go. So, our plant growing here. Yes, Addie. I'm going to lift you up in a second. Oops. Then we're going to use the water. The fully fed water to water it. Water it in. All right. So we're going to use our very nutrient-rich water. Is that the cube? We got rock little cubes falling in. So we got our nutrient-rich water in there. Yes, I made this with regular products. This is a Tupperware, larger Tupperware container. Took the lid, drilled the holes in it, and then added the plant food, kept it full, and then here we are. All right, so let me clear off because this area is very full of stuff going on. And I'm going to move this plant. I might move it outside. Move it to our test area. What would you like to hold? Would you like to hold this plant? No? Would you like to hold the cup? There you go.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Pour this is the water she was using. And then we are not using this one, so this one can go back for another kitchen. So I just piled up all of them inside of each other. And then, okay, I'm holding it. And then we have our, yes? What would you like to hold now? Hold what? Here, stand up so you can touch what you would like to touch. There you go. This one, you be careful. All right, so we have this. We have a lot of like leaves that, no, this is the food. You gotta cover it.
No!
Yes. This is a no. This is our secret mixture. You can't play with the mixture. It's okay, here. Use a shovel. Use a shovel. No mixture. I'm gonna put some of these leaves in here. Why not? Oh, Addie.
Mommy.
Yes, Addie. Put some more of our soil here. Help keep some of that moisture in.
Mommy.
Yes. You want lift up? Okay, we're up. All right, and we're gonna take this one. I think it might need a little more water. Did the water come out the bottom? Yes, it did. Okay, so it has enough water. We're gonna take this, put it outside. Yes. We're gonna put it in my son's barbecue chair. He likes to sit down there, but he leaves the chair out all the time. So we're gonna go and take this plant and put it there. Well, we'll move. See this? That's what happened to the chair. See all these? So he likes to grill right there, and we're gonna put it in our test area, and then put the plant there. Come say hi to the bird. Come say hi to the bird. Oh, the bird flew off. Okay. Hi, birdie, 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 birdie. We're gonna bring this one outside in our little area here. Here. So that you get some sunlight. All right, so we got our plant getting its sunlight for the first time in ever. All right, so today we did a lot. So we're gonna be later on, we'll check in with our spinach,
Bye.
seeing how it's doing for the first time,
Bye.
checking in our seeds that we have covered here.
Yeah.
It's not time to say bye yet. Seeds that we have covered here. We are gonna check our nursery, our outdoor nursery with our seedlings, see how they deal with the sun. We're gonna be taking pictures of them throughout the day. And then later on, I'm gonna do a live reorganization before and after this room. Hopefully we find what we're looking for our storage area for our outdoor room. If not, I'll still do a little organization of the pots and storage and probably plant some seedlings then. Thank you very much for joining. It's been Angeline and the team. And the team was out front in full view today. Right, Teeny?
No.
No? She was helping. All right, well, thank you much for joining. I've been Angeline and the team. Don't forget to join us on Patreon for more behind the scenes videos, to hang out with us and the team members more, a lot more of our landscaping we do on that channel. So not in the channel, on our Patreon. So when we do our setup here and a lot of our mulch setups, we see it the behind the scenes in the bushes on our Patreon. So that's Patreon at Angeline.v.verdant, and visit our website for any more information on gardening, any forms, step-by-step instructions on some of the things that we learned today. That all can be found at avgardening.com. Thank you all for watching. Stay green always, and bye now.
Bye. Bye.